Let's see. When Birdhouse was ready for a baby bird.
Yeah. Your hatchling.
Our hatchling.
There's one now.
Look at my baby bird. When we were talking about who we wanted to hire, I wanted someone who was really good at their craft. I wanted someone skilled, for sure. It's nice to look at someone and admire them. It gets you inspired. If we're a bunch of people who are skilled and tattooing cool things, then we can start inspiring each other. So, a good artist.
Yeah.
Number one quality had to be a good person that did not want an asshole in the shop. Because everyone needs to have good vibes to each other. Because we want the Birdhouse to be very safe and comfortable for everybody who comes in. So no one could be judgmental. Everyone has to be very accommodating and kind. I'm trying to find better words for that, but I don't have any better words.
Years tattooing, is that a factor?
At first, we did want that to be an important factor. Now she's there with a snooping. Beep. Beep, snoot. Boop, snoot.
Video.
Right. So first, number one was Michelle. Let's go back to Michelle first. I can't remember if Michelle reached out to me. Oh, that's right. So back in January, when we were just conceptualizing and doing all the planning for Birdhouse, it was just the conceptual stage. Chris found Michelle on Instagram and sent her a DM. And at the time, Chris only had one post on his Instagram. So, who is this person?
Yeah.
And he just randomly sent her a message that was like, hey, we're going to open up a tattoo shop. You want to work for us? And she thought he was like spam or a robot or something, and then just completely ignored it. And I think he mentioned Birdhouse. I think we're going to open Birdhouse or something. And then months later, I think she saw Birdhouse on the internet or something, and then was like, oh wait, that message, that guy is a real guy. And so she responded, and then it went downhill from there. So then we were like, yeah, we're still interested. And she came in one day to do an interview, and we basically just talked. I kind of like awkwardly tried to turn it into a interview type process, gave her like an awkward tour around the shop, and then we just sort of divulged into just chatting.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't a matter of like, well, let's regroup in a day and I'll tell you if you're hired or not. We just sort of talked as if she was already working there.
Okay.
And then that was kind of the same thing with Chelsea. She came to look at the space, and we ended up talking for 4 hours about life and tattooing and our passions about, within tattooing and why we do it and what our future goals were. And so it's funny that the people who came in and just chatted with me during the interview were the people who ended up working here.
Yeah.
Whereas the people who came in that felt a little bit more like an interview ultimately said, I'm going to pass for now. Wesley brought this pig today. I love you, Wesley. Wesley reached out to us, and I was very glad because I was feeling a little disgruntled about not being able to find somebody at the moment. And something about his email was like a hard yes. I don't know why. So we emailed him right away, and then he was surprised that we emailed him right away. And it was so cute because he had like a resume, essentially. And it was like his tattoo mentor, the teacher he went to school for with their name and their phone numbers, and his last boss at the movie theater that he worked at. Cinemarks. It was so cute. I was like, oh, I'm not going to call your old employee, but it's very sweet. So I liked that a lot. It was really endearing. But then same thing, he came in and we just talked forever. And then I think at some point it was like, if you want to work here, and then he was like, yes, I do. I'm like, cool, you work here. So the long talk, I think it just has a lot to do with chemistry. You know, when you meet two people and it doesn't feel right, then it's probably not going to work. So I think hiring people involves a lot of intuition. What I'm stoked about is having a tattoo family. Like that's the one thing that kept me from just opening up my own private studio, like just doing things by myself. That's what I loved about the last shop I was in so much. I loved the family unit. I loved that. I guess everyone loves coming to the workplace and having a good bunch of people that they feel really close with. But yeah, and tattooing sometimes can be so stressful on your mental health that it's good to share that experience with someone who's like, oh, I know, I got you. Tattooers are the only other people you can really fully express what it's like to be a tattooer and feel understood. So I can't wait for that. And we all have nice quiet rotary machines.
Hear each other.
Can hear each other. Another perk to the rotary machine. Yes, see the video about rotaries.
That's
Up there.
going in.
So that's what I'm most excited about. I love that environment where everyone's very it's just a really bizarre environment to be in, and the things that people talk about is really cool. And when we can actually go to people's homes without masks, and we can go inside bars without masks,
Hang out.
we can actually hang out. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm sad that I won't be able to get to host a holiday party.
That is sad.
I really want to be a Secret Santa. If the world was normal, I would also be getting very excited about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like planning stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we are going to the pumpkin patch, see future video.
Amazing. It's not out yet.
It's not anywhere around me in this YouTube box. Why do we have the giggles today?